G'day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the brand new campaign that has come to DBZ Dokkan Battle as a part of its new celebration. So this is the Starry Night Winter Campaign, or Starry Winter Night, and basically it is the Frosty Dokkan celebration. It's originally the Tanabata celebration that we obviously have as a thank you celebration, but we kind of got a little bit of a difference, some changes here and there basically between what we had and what we have now. But yes, essentially this is the thank you campaign, pretty straightforward as well. There are 14 stones that you can receive for login, which is all pretty good, but then there's also a couple other great rewards like these tickets, which are obviously fantastic. The tons of thanks Starry Night tickets. These rewards are pretty good, and you can use them, well, you will be able to use them next week. You won't be able to use them right now. They only released the banner on the 30th, but you can start collecting them now, and they're going to be pretty high value. A big thing about the thank you celebration is that there will be a secondary banner that will come out next week. I highly suggest that you consider saving for that banner as well. Then there are the special missions. The special missions are also pretty straightforward. If I may speak plainly, they are very simple. The one that's going to cause you at least to make sure that you actively do it is going to be the notion of obviously using a bond of parent and child team, which isn't necessarily that difficult. Again, not really a huge issue for most people, but yes, that is a section whereby you're going to have to consider what you're actually building and what team you are using. But most of them are simple: Dokkan awakening a character, completing story events a certain amount of time, and completing Dokkan events a certain amount of time. So for the most part, it's all fairly straightforward and fairly simple stuff. So that is the missions. Now the missions also give you some stones. The missions give you 14 stones, which is great. The missions also will include some tons of thanks tickets as well. But I'll do a video on the tons of thanks tickets and what you can get from those as well, in the future. So yeah, that's pretty much amounts to the login, the special missions. Now there's quite a few events that have been added in. So we've got the brand new Dokkan event, which is fantastic. We've got a new IDBH stage, which is awesome. We've got a new Super Strike as well. We have a Dokkan boss rush that's been added in. We have an Extreme Z battle and the Ultimate Clash, which are both coming next week. We have an Explosive Chain battle coming next week. And we also have a Super Battle Road stage coming next week, as well as currently some co-op missions. Plus there will be more with part 2. So this is all part 1. Right now we have the Extreme Z battle for Tech Vegito and Strength Rose. We have the Virtual Dokkan Ultimate Clash coming. We have Explosive Chain battle on the way against Merge Samasu. We have Super Battle Road stages being added in. And yeah, just overall some pretty good stones. If you add everything up, so if you add in the login missions, the special rewards, there's over 234 stones in this campaign, which is obviously great, and a lot of people I think are going to use them during the thank you celebration. So very, very good stuff. Now, in terms of the actual events, we'll take a look at them, but basically right now only a couple of things have been added in. You've got mainly the Super Strike story event, which is 20 stones. It's a great new event that's been added in. You can get your hands on King Vegeta, which is obviously really cool. A lot of people, having a King Vegeta, always something interesting to add into the game, I believe. Looks pretty interesting as a unit, so we'll take a look at that in a separate video. We then got the new Father-Son Dokkan event. Also a couple of stones here, but mainly you're going to use this to Dokkan awaken your AGL Goku Black or your Int Trunks and Vegeta if you are so lucky to get them. Then we have IDBH. We have a brand new stage there. 24 stones for completing this and all the missions. So fairly nice time, fairly good stage. Nothing too crazy to say here. Then of course we also have the Dokkan event boss rush. Also 35 stones, fairly simple as well. If you're a player that's able to do Dokkan events, then you shouldn't really have a problem with finishing the boss rush. So it's 5 new Dokkan events and 35 stones is obviously a great reward, so most players are definitely going to be invested in clearing that. Then alongside that, we don't have the Extreme Z battle up yet. That will be next week, as well as the Ultimate Clash has yet to refresh, and the Explosive Chain battle is yet to be added in. So those 3 events, the Easy B will be 30-ish stones, the Ultimate Clash 30 stones, the Explosive Chain battle 20 stones, and then you also have the new Super Battle Road stage. So that's all the stones and all the events that are currently out right now. Obviously I will be covering all the events when and as they come out, so that you guys have guides to them, how to do them, etc. And then of course we have the co-op campaign, which also has been released. You can get 10 stones in total, and most of it just amounts to completing stages. So it's just a shared campaign between us and other people, and obviously you have some personal missions as well, which will give you 3 stones. So pretty decent stuff, nothing too crazy I would say, at least in terms of like the overall presentation or what you need to focus on or things like that. So very, very simple stuff, and yeah, just in general a pretty decent time. But yeah, that is basically it when it comes to this entire campaign. Obviously the banner that's currently up, but there will be another banner that comes out next week, the thank you banner. So this banner looks interesting. We'll talk about whether you should save or summon on this banner, but also just as a heads up, there is a second banner coming that is also really good. So I would maybe be on the lookout for that banner. I think you might be pleasantly surprised at how good that banner is going to be. So there's some value there, but yes, overall I think pretty interesting banner this. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this event. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you next time. Until then, bye.